Hey, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, my buddy Akula and I are going to be flying the Eurofighter here in the Afghanistan map. Uh, the video is going to be composed of basically some cuts. Unfortunately, I did some updates to my NVIDIA card, and when I recorded, some settings got flipped up or something, and I didn't notice that the sound nor the microphone was being recorded. So unfortunately, guys, these videos will have no sound in game, but I will improvise and I'm going to do my best to keep them entertaining for you guys. I will do some cuts and I will try to keep them short as much as possible so that you guys see the important bits. It's good footage, and I would still love it if you guys could see it. But anyways, you guys let me know in the comment section if this works or if not, and in the future, if this happens again, just let me know and let me know what you think I should do with it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and with that said, let's let it roll. On a quick side note, I wanted to show this to you guys. For those of you that don't know, our team, Phoenix Fighter Squadron, we fly in DCS also. And in this particular footage, you can see Akula and I flying together, and he is demonstrating our brand new paint job. We both are using the paint job. You just can't see it on me because I'm the one recording from the cockpit. Yeah, we designed this paint job. Currently, we have it available for the Phantom and for the JF-17. When I say available, I mean for squadron members. The paint job is exclusive to squadron members. But we have it for the JF-17, as you can see in the pictures, and for the Phantom. We're still working on getting the paint job across to all the other jets that we fly, the F-18, the F-14, the F-15, the F-5, and a few others. Like the flankers and MiG-29s and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, guys, if you guys didn't know, we fly DCS. Those of you that don't know, if you guys want to check it out, you can find a lot of videos here in the YouTube channel. If you just go into the channel and then you go to playlist, there's a whole playlist dedicated for DCS. I think there's like 2 or 3 actually. But anyways, yeah, you can see stuff like us performing combat, going into very particular situations, doing air to ground. We do meta refueling, as you can see in this few clips here. I think you guys would find it enjoyable to watch. But anyways, I hope you guys check it out. But with that said, let's go ahead and get back to the War Thunder video. Right here, this guy right here was called out by one of our teammates. He was doing air to ground for most of the match, and for the most part, we were just providing air support for him. So right there, he deployed some countermeasures. Missile didn't track, so we're gonna go ahead and pull some G over here and get him on the HUD again. I think I captured him on ACM. Yeah, I captured in ACM mode. Then I let a 120 go on him. So right here I noticed 2 things. This guy is burning the entire time. He whizzed by me and I don't know. He must not be very seasoned because he just kept running in a straight line, didn't really pay much attention. But if my missile didn't hit him first, yeah, that guy hit him. Well, I'm sorry, if that guy's missile wouldn't have hit him, mine would have hit. He was basically dead from the start. Not even like a few minutes after that, this guy right here was flying very high. I actually snuck up on him with my radar off. As you can see, I just didn't turn my radar on and I just tried to track him with an AIM-9. Ultimately, my AIM-9 wasn't picking him up, so I just decided to lob a 120 at him from short range. At that range, you're basically at the no escape, so you're gonna get hit. But just bail out. You're gonna get hit. So that was an easy kill right there. So soon after that, I didn't really notice how close I was to the enemy base. As you can see, my RWR is popping off. Those launches are from, you can see the missile, like little puff clouds back there. They exploded right before hitting me. But I was very close to the airbase. I didn't notice how close I was till it was basically really late. So I got lucky there that I managed to escape. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but basically I'm pretty far into the enemy's territory. As you can see, I just escaped their SAMs at their base. So I'm trying to stay very low, keeping my radar off, just trying to keep my signature as low as possible so that I can escape. And notice that there's an F-16 tracking me on the RWR. I noticed that he's semi-close, and I'm going to take my chances with the one AIM-9 that I have. So I'm going to keep myself very low because multipathing is broken in this game, and his AIM-120 is not going to hit me. So he didn't launch on me or anything. I don't even think he knows exactly where I am, but I'm going to try to get a sneaky shot on him. I think he has a pretty good idea of where I am because he's dumping a bunch of flares. There might be chaff in there in that mix as well. It might be a different plane shooting at him. But anyways, I fired off my AIM-9. It didn't connect, and I kept running away. My main goal at this point is to make it back to base. My fuel is getting pretty low. I have about 5 minutes. So right here on this part, I just took off, and my buddy Akula is in trouble, right? He's Winchester, and he has quite a few. He has about 3 or 4 contacts that are following him, falling short by about 10-15 miles. So I'm basically going to take off, provide support as quick as I can, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up, get to altitude so I can pick these guys up, and I'm going to start lobbing AIM-120s at them. Now, of course, chances are that, you know, because multipathing is absolutely broken in this game, I'm going to fire off my AIM-120s, and they're just going to drop and fly about, you know, 50, 100 feet off the ground, and you know, the missile's not going to hit anybody. But nonetheless, I'm going to do my best to push these guys defensive to get them off his back, and it was effective. So as you can see, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try get a TWS on these guys. I'm going to lob the missiles, and then I'm going to start beaming and cranking to the side because I'm anticipating their launch, given that I'm the highest guy up. And you can see my buddy approaching me on radar right there. He's the one closest. He's going to disappear because he's below the search cone at that point. But right here, I'm anticipating that these guys have already fired on me, so I'm going to start cranking to the sides. I'm going to put them on the gimbal limit of the radar as much as I can. Going side to side. I'm trying to hold the lock as much as I can to guide those missiles in as far as possible. And then I'm going to turn cold. So right here, we do actually end up getting a kill. So you can see those guys launched on me. So at this point, I'm going to start dipping lower in the atmosphere, getting that, you know, denser air to resist against those missiles that are incoming. I'm going to go cold once my missiles are pitbull. There you go. We hit one guy at his left wing, and he's down. And now we egress out of there. So we saved our teammate, and we took one out in the process. Beautiful. Alright, so right here, some of these guys are still coming in. So I'm going to lob a few more AIM-120s their way, just to keep them defensive. Most of the time, when I'm launching AIM-120s, I really don't mean them to kill. Most of the time... Well, if I'm on DCS, yes, I mean them to kill. But if I'm in War Thunder, most of the time, the M120 is not going to hit because they're just going to fly low and the missile's not going to hit. Most of the time, I'm just trying to keep them low and defensive so that they can't think properly. So I launched on one guy. I noticed that he dipped behind a mountain. So he's behind that mountain right there. I'm keeping an eye on that mountain. I know he's there. I know that he's going to try to kill me because I'm assuming people are going to be greedy in this game. So I know he's behind the mountain. I know he's going to peek up again. I don't know where exactly, but I'm going to try to find him. So let's see how this plays out. There he is. First, I saw it and I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like a flanker from the side. At the time, it looked kind of like a flanker. So I'm trying to get my radar on. I turned it on for like a second, but then I realized, okay, yeah, that's an F-15, and he's gonna eat that M9. Notice that at the very end, if you look, he freaked out. He pulled back on that stick so hard, but of course, at that time, he was already too late. But that was just bad practice on his part. Guys, if you want to, personally, what I like to do when I fly air sim is I like to stay alive. I don't like to die. I don't really care how many kills I get. I don't care if I get 1 kill in the entire match. I would rather get 1 kill. Matter of fact, I would rather get 0 kills and not die at all than die. So what I do is, if I get locked up by somebody and the lock drops, or they fire on me and the lock drops and I'm not seeing them and I don't know where they are, I'm not going to turn back in there and try to find them because my balls are big. That's dumb. You're just gonna get yourself killed. It's ridiculous, and in real life you probably wouldn't do it. So anyways, let's see how this goes. Right here, I thought I found some targets, but they're not. They're just AI. I was quite disappointed. So I figured, okay, there's nobody else here. All right, I'm gonna go and extend my search, and I find this guy right here. My first turn of thought is I'm gonna climb up and lob a missile at him, get him defensive, and then I'm gonna take him out while he's low and vulnerable. Pay close attention to the RWR. That guy is not pinging me with the RWR. I'm noticing that I'm getting spiked by somebody on my right with their RWR. At this time, I'm calling Akula. I'm telling, okay, Akula, I'm following somebody. You're near me. Somebody's pinging me from my 5 o'clock. Can you find him? He finds him. I find him. This guy right here, at this point, he's defensive. I'm thinking, while I'm flying here, I'm thinking, okay, this guy is probably in communication with the guy following me. And I'm in communication with one of my team members, Akula, as this guy right there is following me. So I notice he's following me. He's going to launch on me. You're going to see his launch in just a second here. At this point, I'm in trouble, right? Because he's behind me. He's got me defensive. Akula fired a missile on him already. He's, however, being greedy. He's sticking to me. So I'm going to dip. I'm going to get away from his missile's range. So right there he fired, I think. There you go. And well, that's a Roland. But he's going to fire on me also. I get low enough so that the missile doesn't hit me. And just like that. That's all I got to do. And the missile doesn't hit me. In this ES, I'd be dead by now. Like, for sure. Most likely, I'd be dead by now. That missile would have smacked right into my face, but it's War Thunder and things work a little bit differently. So at this point, Akula is trying to find him. That's Akula right there. So while Akula was firing at him and he was firing at me, I got away, and then he went defensive since Akula pushed him defensive, and we believe that he just went to his airfield for cover. If I remember correctly, we actually couldn't find him after this. But the point is, we survived. right here, you're gonna see a perfect demonstration of how broken multipathing is in this game, in a scenario where in real life, or even in DCS, you'd get smacked in the face by a missile. In War Thunder, it just does that. Hits the ground right in front of you. You know, who cares? You know, there's an M120 going for you. No problem, just fly low. There you go. Mine hits him miraculously. I'm gonna tell you what happened. He was hugging the terrain, okay? And the terrain suddenly dropped, and suddenly for like a couple seconds he wasn't so close to the ground anymore because the terrain dropped and he had to like pitch down or something to stay with the terrain, and he couldn't do it in time, and my missile hit him, and voila, that's basically how I got that kill. So on this one, I'm basically rushing to Akula's aid. He is Winchester and low on fuel, and this F-18 is bugging him. So I do a Fox 3 on the F-18. Obviously, it hits the ground because of multipathing. Or actually, no, I actually don't know what happened to that missile. Maybe it just went stupid. I hit him with a nice accidental double launch. I didn't mean to launch two missiles at the same, simultaneously there. I meant to launch one, but for some reason, I didn't think the first one launched, and I pressed the pickle button again, and it released another one. And yeah, he's very dead now. Here's a scenario where this person just got very unlucky. Yeah. So he climbed up way too high. I don't know what he was trying to do. I'm thinking maybe he didn't know I was there, which, I mean, I don't know how. I had my radar on. He should have known that there was a Eurofighter barreling towards him, but oh well, I guess not. And here's an unfortunate F-16 who attempted to follow one of our teammates all the way to the base, and now he's regretting his decision. And this right here was a fine dogfight between me, somebody else. That missile, actually, I managed to evade it with my flares. I think it was a 9, if I'm remembering correctly. But I noticed that this F-18 is very slow, so I take advantage of my speed. I climb up, get a Fox 2 on him. Mine doesn't hit, but Akula takes him out right there. So that was a fine kill for Akula right there. So on this clip right here, we're searching for an F-18 that we saw got a couple kills, and I did something here that's one of the faster reaction times I've had in a while with my radar. So I saw him there, and then you can see him right there marking the diamond. I noticed he's going into the valleys. So he's gonna go into the valleys, and he's gonna use the ground for cover. Now I'm getting pretty concerned. Okay, I have two choices. Either A, I go in there and I seek him out and risk getting hit by an AIM-9, or I can climb up and seek it. But I saw him real quick on the radar. I lock him up real quick, fire an AIM-120, and dip into the ground as fast as possible and got the kill right. That was incredibly fast reaction time. And again, miraculously got the kill. Most likely what happened is he was hugging the terrain dropped real quickly, and suddenly he wasn't hugging the terrain anymore for a few seconds, and my missile smacked right into him. Alright, so yeah guys, that's gonna be the end of that video. I hope you guys liked it. I'm so sorry that unfortunately sound wasn't captured, but what can I say? I do have another this is crazy. I have another War Thunder footage that I have to make a video out of, and that one also didn't have any sound recorded to it, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to improvise on that one as well. Yeah, there's a couple clips I recorded, and unfortunately I didn't check the videos until tonight basically, and now I have to improvise. I'll make sure to, future videos don't have that issue, but anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comment section. Your guys' feedback is very valuable to me. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Check out our DCS playlist if you guys are interested. If not, well, there's plenty of work on the videos here on the channel to go around. So God bless all of you. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.